day. Are you showing up as an expert when you're creating marketing content for your offer, when you are promoting whatever it is you're doing? Are you showing up as an expert? You simply can tell by how the people respond to you. Are they having a lot of objections? Are they questioning a lot? Do you feel like you end up having to prove yourself a lot? Do you notice that you have to explain and explain and explain and kind of like constantly back up this thing that, yes, I know what I'm talking about, yes, and see, and this is like my credentials, and this is how, and this is why? Or instead, are you having the experience where you show up, you say what you say, and people go, wow, I resonate with this, or, well, that's not for me? This is an indicator as to if you are energetically in your expertise or not. See, there is an expertise in a material kind of a sense, like when we think about credentials, as in where you studied, what you've learned, what you graduated, some, letters after your name or whatever it is. None of those things really matter when you show up energetically with your, coaching business or whatever it is you're doing and own your energy space. I mean, they're good to have, don't get me wrong. It's always awesome to have extra things to kind of prop up what you're doing, but most people don't actually care about that. They don't care that you took this class or that you have this certification. What they care about is that, are you actually somebody who's going to hear them, listen to them, pay attention? Are you somebody who's proficient enough to see beyond where they are seeing, like to have a bigger view of possibilities? Are you somebody that's going to help them course correct? Are you brave enough to speak up and disagree with your client? Or are you just gonna yes them and be the cheerleader? So those are a very different set of qualities that are actually going to help you be an expert and show up energetically correctly if you embody them. So in a sense of how I work with my clients, we use expertise as a soul expertise. That's a little bit different than the expertise from the standpoint of something you have done, something that you have learned. It's more of something that you are. So soul expertise is linked much more to who you are being versus what have you done. So this is something that I want you guys to think about, as in my business, am I showing up as to who I actually am in this expertise way? Or am I showing up as somebody who did a lot of things? Like, what are you using to back up your claim as to I can help you? It's good to have certain experience, it's good to have certifications, but can you really back it up with your being? As in, can you own it? So soul expertise is something that you came into this lifetime with. This is something that I do with my clients all the time. We actually start working together by that. We take whatever your successful or maybe inconsistent business, and we look at, okay, what is your actual expertise on a soul level? What are you bringing here through? What are your actual gifts? And most of the time, they're not whatever this thing that you think you should be promoting. Like you think you might be promoting, well, I work with this specific thing. It's like, yeah, that's great for a marketing message. But what's the energy that goes through that? What is the actual power of you? If you feel like you got no power, no self-worth there to amplify that thing that you're bringing through, then it's like disowning your own gift. And your gift might be intangible. That's another thing that I see most of the time with my clients, is that I tend to work with people who are in personal transformation niche, in spiritual coaching niche, in healing energetics, and so on. In other words, the results that they have is intangible. And I'm using it in air quotes here because obviously the results are tangible in lives of their clients, but they're not like money ROI. Like, it's not material, like, oh, work with me and you get paid more. It's more about internal transformation. And when we have something that's our gift is linked to that is not tangible, that means that unless that energy is translated into third dimension and actually anchored here correctly, you're not going to be seen as an expert. So then you're forever stuck in having to prove yourself and having to somehow protect yourself and having to make sure that you prop yourself up with all these credentials that you have earned over the lifetime in order to get that, like, hey, I know what I'm talking about. But if you are in your soul expertise, None of that is necessary. When you're in your soul expertise, people naturally see you as an expert. So this is actually one of the factors that I always look at with my clients, like, do people trust you? Just from the beginning, like they see you on video, they see you in, written content or on some event. Do they trust you? Do they feel like, hey, she knows what she's talking about? I might not even fully understand what she said, but there is no question that there is a value in this and she knows what she's talking about. Or are they questioning it? Are they kind of going like, well, you're full of something, but it's not whatever you're saying? So if that's so, that means you're not actually filling your inner container with your soul expertise. Instead, you're filling it with all the proof of why they should trust you. And proof of why they should trust you is a scarcity energy broadcast. Instead, soul expertise, that's abundance energy broadcast. So that's another thing that I do. I help my clients figure out a business strategy and marketing strategy and how they meant to show up based on the correct broadcast for them. In other words, customize it so that it works for you specifically, instead of some cookie cutter idea as to, well, this is how you're supposed to do it. Like a 20-step funnel that's going to end up in the right clients, and it never does. And then you're just stuck in this inconsistent 10K months, working really, really hard, doing many things, constantly having to prove that you actually know what you're talking about. So what instead you want is to really tune in and find within you your true soul expertise. And this is literally what I do with my clients at the very beginning, is we start there. So I would suggest that whatever business you have, go back to that place and really figure out, what is my gift? Not whatever I'm selling, but what is my gift? What is really the thing that makes me the only person in the universe, that cosmic event that I am, that is magical? Whatever that is, that's what you really want to own all the way in your body. And this is how your energetic broadcast then changes with whatever content you are bringing through. So if this is something that, like, okay, I have no idea what that is, or I kind of know, but I have no idea how to translate that into human speak, that it's actually understandable and put it into marketing, well, that's what I specialize in. I help you literally clearly articulate this multidimensional, intangible thing and land it in a third dimension into human speak in a way that your potential clients can understand you and want to work with you and want to compensate you well for your gift, for your expertise. So if you know that this is the piece you're missing, there are probably other pieces that are all linked to this that you're missing. Chances are you're already somebody that, if you're seeing clients, if you're working and you're getting things done in your business, you are at the place where you know how to do things. But what you might be missing, and this is why it's hard, is the other side, the being side, that has to do with your unique soul expertise shining through to create correct broadcast to actually make your business feel good for you. Because, it's all about actually enjoying the business you're having. Otherwise, why are we having it? It's not just about the money. For that, you can have a job. But if you want to have a coaching business, an entrepreneurial direction in your life, then, it's hard at times. So if you don't enjoy, if it doesn't feel in alignment, then what's the point? And this is actually why we really, really want to figure out that soul expertise, so that we really own it in how we show up and broadcast correctly. So if this is what you're missing, definitely apply to work with me. The link is in the description of this video somewhere. So that will help you figure out what the next steps are. Like, we'll get on a Zoom call and I'll look over your business and we'll see what's missing, what perhaps you can do yourself, what you need help with, how I can help you to get you further and actually figure out these components for you. So definitely apply to work with me. And if you're new, this is not really what I do. Like, I don't help people figure out their life purpose and kind of like start from scratch. So you already need to be having clients. You already need to be at the level where your business is generating some income, like maybe 3,000 sometimes, maybe 5,000, maybe 10,000 a month, but it's kind of inconsistent and you're confused as to why and what's you're missing and where is that ease that you were promised? Well, then you're the right person to talk to me and I'm the right person to help you. So apply and we'll set up that chat and I'll look over your business and we'll do a little review and I can tell you what you need to do. We'll come up with a little plan to help you create the type of a dream business you actually wanted that is based on your soul expertise. I love you.